G'day and welcome back to another tree styler video. On the bench today I've got a Chinese elm which was field grown. Had it for a number of years. It's just starting to warm up here, so the buds are just starting to swell. It's got a little bit of ratty growth on it, so I just thought I'd clean a little bit of it up. Now you can see where it was originally chopped here. Need a little bit of weeding. God. Anyway, just to run through, trying not to kick my camera. Don't need that. Excess. Not sure about this branch just yet. Definitely don't need that one. Now the problem with this one is I have to grow it out a hell of a long way to match up with this. There's also a lower branch on this side. I think this is the preferred front, around about there. I might give that a mark, just so I know quickly in the future. So that front hides obviously the cut there, and it's actually, the tree's actually coming forward a little bit. I'll just go back a little bit to show you the height of the tree. Obviously I'm working in with camera zoom and just trying to make it all work. It's not as easy as you would think. Anyway, got this branch there. If I'm going to keep either one of these, they'd be probably considered a bar branch. That one's going the wrong direction and all that, so it's going to go. I really need to weed. Might use this, so it'll be like that, which would give me the first branch, second branch, third branch. The problem I have is no back branch, and that would possibly solve that problem. Because if I tilt the tree slightly sideways, it's just there, and I can bend it obviously with wire and it'll stick out the back. I'm going to retain that. I'm just going to let it grow out, and that could be a back branch. I've been developing this, like I said, this tree I've had it for a couple of years. This pruning. I'm going to film with my hand. We've got here this branch that sticks straight up. Get rid of that. Another one here, and this one goes down. It's starting to go down. You can have a look, see the branch structure there. It's coming along. This one's probably the best movement because, yeah, you can just see the movement of that. Got this hairy branch coming up here. Don't need that one. So branches going up and down. Sometimes you can move them with wire. This one's coming back on itself. So you want them to fork out. There's a branch on the top there. Get rid of that one. And I'll just trim this up a little bit. Just working through the tree, removing those branches. This elongated one, I want it to fork back. Bit of trim back on there, so you can see how I'm just keeping the movement going, just with what's going up. So that'll form my pads. I'll get rid of that one. So I'm just cutting just before the bud, the direction I want it to go. See this one here? He's going backwards. Take him off. All right, long branch, just quick trim. Guess you could probably say it's clip and grow. No wire. Now this branch needs some wire. It's going the wrong way. I'll do that another time. I'll take that one off, shorten these up, trying to keep the movement going. Where the branches are crossing over, there's one. It's going to go across. So I want to change the direction. I'll cut him there. This needs to be wired up into position. Alright, done this one. Trim there. It's looking okay. Nothing's crossing over. I'll shorten that one up. Generally I haven't got two branches coming out of the same, three branches. Always getting it back to twos. Right, I'm going to change the direction there. Okay, keeping that one. Nothing down low. It's been taken off. Oh, there's a little one there. So this one coming up. Change direction. It'll grow out. That one's looking good. Just working my way up the tree. That one's okay. This one's just sticking up everywhere. I want them to go laterally. I'll take that one. That one's not too bad. Crossing over, shorten that one. There's my apex, working my way up. Oh, I can see something there. This big long branch, big thick one. It's coming out. Change direction for me. Yeah, this is just the way nice movement. Dirty branch sticking out the top, and there's also three. I will take it off there and shorten that up. Beautiful. Okay. So this, probably should weed it one day. Oh, I mentioned I really need to weed. Alright, thoughts. queries. I think that might be good, that branch. This is the front. Where's my little mark? There it is. Okay. Still got a fair bit of growth to fill in that spot there. But overall, that's what I'm looking at. I really would like a back branch out here somewhere. I've thought about rotating and twisting it, but it's getting to the point where it's getting too hard to do. Very solid. Anyway, that's a quick little vid on how I prune my Chinese elm. Back on the bench, back on the shelf for this one for another few months, and I'll follow up when it's got all its leaves. Alright, stay tuned for an update. Just checking out this Chinese elm. I started to weed it. I thought I'd just record how much weed growth there has been, and also it's got some long shoots coming out, some pads forming, sunlight's beautiful. It's actually the start of summer now, so yeah, I just got to clean out this mess so I can actually see what the tree's doing. So alright, just sort of do that just to show you how fast things grow. It's been that long since I've updated the tree. As usual, it's grown a lot of weeds. Let's get rid of them. Constantly addressing weeds. Obviously, I don't like to poison any weeds. I don't like to put any chemicals near my trees for fear of killing them. If you leave these too long, the roots get tangled up and create one hell of a mess. With having a free draining mix, it also makes the weeds grow very, very fast. Let's have a closer look now. Leaves are starting to brown off. Autumn is coming. Can't really see from there. Let me go back out. That's better. Pads are developing ever so slowly. But whenever you look back at the videos, it reminds me of how much this tree has grown. Got a bit of bark coming off here. I've seen elsewhere where the Chinese elms grow and the bark comes off. Let's have a closer look. In here. So that's just coming off and exposing underneath. Look at that colour. I'm sure that'll, over time, go grey. And you won't even know it's there. But platelets are falling off. Got these really fine dots, but yeah, you can see there big cracks everywhere. Definitely growing, which is good. Big cut mark there, slowly callousing over. Slowly. Might have to expose this a little bit more just to get it growing over. It is flat, probably should be concave. Might even one day chop this concave, that cut, to assist it rolling over. Otherwise, this tree is going to be put back onto the bench, but first, a couple of decisions. Overall, I like the top of the tree from here to this branch. That's probably the back of the tree to this branch. I don't think it adds to the tree. This one, I was growing it as a sacrifice branch, but the size of that trunk, I don't really want it to get much bigger. I think it's already a good size. So I think the sacrifice branch has done its job. 1, to fatten up. 2, to keep the tree healthy. Let's remove it. Could use it as a cutting. Got too many trees, not enough space. Same as this. This was a healthy sacrifice branch to keep the tree healthy. I don't think it's required any longer. It's just going to continue to get bigger and bigger too. Let me tidy up that a little bit. I think my cutters might need a sharpen. They're just not doing as good a job as they used to. Plus they get full of sap and gum and goo. Especially from pines. And ficus, the latex. Here we go. Okay, let's tidy that one up just a fraction. Now, what I'm left with, preferred front. I have it marked on the container here. Gives me now a direction to go. So my first branch, I could adjust this angle to the tree angle. I just put it in this training pot to keep it growing healthy. So then this could be brought down a little bit, following down a little bit, and I think you can see the tree ages, and that one down a bit. So my plan, might even use guy wire just to bring them down and continue that just on that slight, because at the moment they're just going upwards. I just want them to come down a little bit more, and that would be good. But otherwise, I'm just going to let the tree grow. It's starting to lose its leaves. It's becoming autumn. When the leaves are off it, I'll go through and clean all the branches up, ready for the next growth season. Stay tuned.